Rent, own, grow. Today's video is in the grow category, right? Flip for profit, the beginner's guide to your first home flip. And then let me just take a second, right? I've been doing flips since 2016. I did my first flip. It was a three family. I didn't have any contractors. I borrowed money out of my 401k to put down on my hard money loan. It took me a year. I went way over budget. It took longer. Didn't matter. I still made money, but I learned a lot of lessons and I realized I really enjoy this. It's something I want to keep doing. And over the years, I've done more and more. All right. So if you're thinking about flipping houses, awesome. I want to encourage you. I think that's a great thing to do, but you have to remember one thing. Okay. When you're watching TV, it looks wicked easy and they do it in a half hour. It's never like that. So we're going to take a 30,000 foot view here. We're going to hit 5 quick points you got to think about. And we got a bunch of these videos we're doing that we're going to deep dive every point. All right. So the first thing you got to think about in this beginner's guide, market research and location. That's it. You got to know the market. Okay. Because when you're buying a flip, you got to get in and out. Like flip. Think about it, right? When you're flipping over, you're moving quick. So you have to buy something in a location that's in demand, right? And you got to know, okay, I can get in and out of this thing. There's a market to buy it. You buy something weird, one off, that there's no demand for, you're going to get stuck. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's a good deal. All right. So you've identified your market area, your location. Next, it's always about the money on Rent, Own, Grow. It all comes back to understanding the game of finances and how it works so you can grow in life. All right. So financing your flip, so many different options. Okay. If you got your own cash, if you need a hard money loan, if you got a home equity line on your house, which is basically a hard money loan to yourself, you got to make sure your budget is solid. Okay, don't borrow the bare minimum. You got to make sure you got some wiggle room in there because I promise you, you missed something. Okay, so you got the money. We'll get into that. I got other videos on that, but the money's important. Okay, number 3, finding the right property. So you know your location, you got the money, you got to find the right property, and you got to make sure the most important thing, right, is that what this property needs is in your skill set. It's in your wheelhouse. Okay. If you're comfortable with like painting and light reno, you're gonna that's a certain kind of property. If you can handle doing septics and site work and heavy like structural repairs and fire damage, that's another property. So just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's the best deal. So you got to find the right property and understand. All right, and which leads us to number 4, right? Budgeting and renovation planning. So you got to understand, you got to make sure you got your subs lined up because that was a mistake I made on my first one. I didn't have contractors. I didn't realize. I just thought it was easy. I was lucky. I found guys, right? Because I'm good like that. But that was something you got to think about. All right. So you got to make sure you got the right subs and your budget. What everybody forgets in the budget is 2 things. And it's so funny because I see it all the time. All right. It costs money to buy a house. It costs money to sell a house. And it costs money to hold a house. Okay. So your closing costs when you buy it, your closing costs when you sell it, and your holding costs, right? Your interest every month, your insurance, your taxes, your water, your sewer, your electric, your gas, all these little things that people forget about eat into your bottom line substantially. And the longer you hold the house because you chose the wrong location or you picked the wrong financing or you didn't find the right property or you didn't budget right, you're dead. Kills you. All right. And number 5, most importantly, selling strategy. Never walk into a flip without a clearly defined exit strategy. That's it, man. You got to know. You know what I'm saying? You got to know. I know this market well. This is my strategy. I'm buying it. I know I can sell it for X amount of dollars. Here's 17 other houses that have sold to support that valuation. And how do you do that? You need a team. You need a team. And that's what we're good at. As brokers, we are amazing at Fortified at helping people do flips. That's what we love to do. So Rent, Own, Grow, it's all about growing. If you're looking to flip houses and this beginner's guide to your first home flip resonates with you, click the link below in the description. Let's connect. I'd love to sit down and help you grow.